I've already made a few videos of instances where a player fooled not just the opposition, but fooled his own team. He went rogue, the rest of the team had no idea what he was doing, and sure enough, it paid off big time. Washington quarterback Joe Theismann did it in a 1984 Monday Night Football game against the Atlanta Falcons, which you can check out in the upper right corner. Minnesota quarterback Joe Kapp did it in a 1969 game against the Cleveland Browns, which you can also check out in the upper right corner. But have you ever seen a guy do it twice in the same game? Not one, but two instances of a player just completely going off the grid, and it paying off both times? Well, in a 1980 game between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Diego Chargers, Cowboys quarterback and punter Danny White did just that. Twice, he fooled his own teammates and the San Diego defense. And this is the story behind that. Here's the context behind the play, or should I say plays. It's October 26, 1980, and the Dallas Cowboys and San Diego Chargers are squaring off in a Sunday night edition of Monday Night Football. Rest assured that if you thought the NFL's branding with Thursday Night Football games on Sunday morning in London made no sense whatsoever, don't worry. Puzzling branding with special games like this has always been around. This is a big game for both teams. For San Diego, they're leading the AFC West with a 5-2 record, and want to keep their momentum going with the Raiders and Seahawks right behind them at 4-3. For Dallas, they're coming off of a heartbreaking loss to the Eagles, and are looking to keep pace in the NFC East with Philadelphia. You can check that heartbreaker out in the upper right corner. It's a huge game between two of the best teams in football, and two teams who, when all was said and done, would eventually find themselves in their respective conference championship games. It's the second quarter, and the Cowboys lead it 7-3. On 3rd and 2, the Cowboys give it to Timmy Newsome. Newsome would go on to score his only 2 touchdowns of 1980 in this game. Obviously, this was not one of them, as the refs bring out the chains and rule that he was a yard short. So on 4th down, inside their own territory, the Cowboys line up for a punt. Remember that quarterback Danny White also served as the team's punter, and all things considered, he was a pretty solid punter, finishing inside the top 10 in yards per punt that season and finishing 4th in that category in 1979. He would not be punting here though, because on this play, White took off, picking up 20 yards on the play. It gave the Cowboys a 1st down, though nothing of substance would happen on the drive, as it just ended with a missed field goal. But credit to the announcers here, because they had a feeling that White went off the script with that fake punt. Take a listen.
Danny White, no, he's going to pick up the 1st down easily.
I love it. Now, he did that on his own.
Danny White inside the 40 to the 39, and you always do that on your own.
Oh, I love it. I swear to you, I started to say, nobody will ever ask me to coach, but if in a situation you got to have a running play and you only got a foot to go.
Well, he did
from a punt formation. Look at it. Now, the teammate, they don't know he's running except Brunig. He looked back and sees him. But Denny did that once last year and it backfired on him. He's done it several times down here.
He also will throw from that position.
Right.
The logic here makes sense. On 4th down, when you need maybe a yard, why would you line up in a punting formation and call a fake punt? Why would you start 15 yards back to get roughly 2 feet? Well, that's why. It wasn't designed. And sure enough, Danny White did it again later in the game. It's now the 3rd quarter and the Chargers are leading 24-21. It's 3rd and 11, and it's looking like the Cowboys are going 3 and out, as the late great Fred Dean forces the pressure and gets White to make a poor throw. Why there was no intentional grounding called on this play, I'm not sure, because unless the camera angle shown by ABC here is really bad, there was not a single receiver in the area. That brings up 4th and 11. Once again though, White makes magic happen. He makes a few Charger defenders miss, and then dives for the 1st down. Following a late hit on the play, which you'll see as number 47 on the Chargers hits White well after he's down already, the Cowboys wind up with the ball on San Diego's 35-yard line. They score a touchdown on the drive, making it 28-24, and they never look back from that point on, winning it 42-31. Dallas, who was down 24-14 at the end of the 1st half, scored 28 unanswered in the 2nd half, with White's big play being the momentum changer. Turns out, neither of those plays were designed. Danny White fooled everyone. As head coach Tom Landry said, Danny just does those things on his own choice. We don't ever plan that play. He's the one who decides to go. His center, Tom Rafferty, said that the plays were completely up to him, and that even though he was kind of surprised by the first play, On the second play, he couldn't believe it. What was going through White's eyes when he made the decision to fool everyone twice? Well, he said that on the first fake punt, he went because the Chargers didn't cover well, and that he saw a lane. On the second one, though, he thought after the high snap that it was going to be blocked. He was planning on doing what some college punters do, which is run a few steps and punt the ball. You get it off, and even if you sacrifice a bit of distance and hang time, your coverage unit is down there. But when he saw an opening, he decided to run, and both times, it paid off. Sometimes, going off the grid can lead to disastrous results. But at least in this instance right here for Danny White, it led to one of the most remarkable moments of the 1980 season. Be sure to like this video and subscribe down below if you haven't already, as it helps the channel out a lot. And be sure to check out Twitch every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern for your chance to play NFL trivia and win cash prizes. Link in the description below. Also, special thanks to all of our Patreon supporters for helping out the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. See how you can become a patron and request future video topics in the description below.